Hi, it's me, Josh. I thought I'd do a intro. um, what you're about to see is me working on my Lauson LUA Sun H20A 15-95, which is being a pain in the butt. You see in the last clip that I do explain why. I think what I have to do is get the correct valve adjustment specs for that Lauson, but I highly doubt I'll be able to find it. Um, the I might transfer the bolts that I used to hold the Lauson on to that board. I don't know yet. Um, the air filter for that Tecumseh is about $30. Not too bad. My dad thinks if he was going to scrap that engine, he'd probably only get $30 for it or sell it for. I think that air filter is worth it because my dad has a very good argument that that engine has been worked to death. Doesn't have much. I think not, because for what I'm going to use it for, it doesn't really need to have that much life in it. And if I keep up with the oil changes, and another thing Pat said is the new spark plug would do it. And I do have one. I bought one for the Lauson. I can put that in there because it has a J8C in it. I even looked. Fuel line I bought for it, still can use it for that. I might change it out just to make sure. Yeah, that filter, that'd go a long way for that Tecumseh. So I bought a filter, fuel line, and a spark plug for that Lauson. I can use that all on the Tecumseh, so I don't have to buy any more parts. I might have to buy a pulley for that pump so I can basically mount it wherever I want. It's been a long day, and I'm somewhat frustrated with that Lauson. I'm happy about the Tecumseh. It still wants to rattle around when it's low speed, but I think once I get a load on that, that might settle down. Kohler engine, I might just strip it down for parts and just see what the heck is inside. My dad also made a point that me tinkering with that Lauson was a good experience for um life. Um, that light that you saw in the last clip was from. Let me just grab it. Was from this. It's a Nebo. Big Larry. Um, high it's 440 lumens, 4.5 hours. Low 160 lumens. Last 15 hours, and the red flasher is 40 hours. That's high, that's low, and that's the red flasher. I like it. And it has a very nice strong magnet too. Hear that? That's the magnet. So yeah, that's the work light. That Tecumseh actually gives me more options if you think about it. I can drive that rollerball that I have written down. That High Pro. Just give me a minute. I wrote it down. That High Pro pump ball bearing model N6310, serials 17164. I couldn't find anything just looking on the High Pro website, so I sent them a customer service. Hopefully I get something back. Because That was used for nursery work. My guess is probably around 150 psi max. I don't know how many gallons per minute. Who cares? I'll just probably be pumping water just like in and out of a bucket. Or I might just connect the clothes washer pump and the generator, the DC generator that I've been working on. This thing, this 250 psi air compressor, no load, it draws about 2 amps. Full load or me just pinching the line goes up to 5 amps. My little dinky power supply right here is only rated to 1 amp, so I couldn't even start that thing with that power supply. I got a 6-volt battery. That's how I figured out how much that amperage takes. 12 volts is probably going to be half that. This thing still can't even start that. So, yeah, so there's my thing. I don't know, but I bought a 4-pack of 315 milliamp fuses because my multimeter, for some reason I blew the fuse, so I put a new one in. It's good to go. Points were alright. Put them to 10th on the Lauson. I put all together, then I tried it, and still no go. Again, it's a good learning experience. Who knows, I might, when I have $100,000 to blow, I'll just make a small engine between 2 and 10 horse, pressure lubricated. Excuse me, I'm very gassy tonight. That must have been the farmer's cheese. I love the farmer's cheese. It's very good. I know this is gonna be another ramble. I got it. I got the copper coat, which is very interesting in itself. It's green, but when you smear it, it turns copper color. That's probably the atomized copper that's in the copper coat. So I'm still gonna keep it. You never know when I might need it. I don't. I know. J3 Fix It Man. I know you wanted to see it run, but that's probably not going to happen for a long time because A, I have to find specs for it. B, I'm starting to lose my patience with that engine. I know you wanted to see it run, but I have a feeling with that fix that you showed that it will. I'm sorry, but it's just that engine without the proper specs. I can't I can't run it correct, and I can't get everything can't get everything set right because I think when I just lapped the valves, that exhaust valve was brought closer. So I think what is happening is that intake is too tight or too loose. I'm not totally sure on that. Holy cow, this is already close to 10 minutes, and I probably shot another close. It's probably going to be an hour-long video. I might just, yeah, who knows. Pat told me he is the neighbor who helped me with the base to Tecumseh and with engine. He told me that instead of having to, when he was working on snowblowers, instead of buying a new head gasket, he would just put the copper coat on it. Works just fine. Yeah. Won't take the head off the Tecumseh unless it blows a rod. Then I'll probably then I'll just do a dissection and I'll be out of it. Gas engine for now, but I can easily come by one. And with, like, I just thought of something. I wonder if the pipe that I bought for the oil drain for the Lauson would work for the Tecumseh. I can try that out next time I'm out. So yeah, no, where was I? Oh, anyway, so there's where I'm at right now. I'm leaning back in my office chair. I'm just somewhat tired, and I just want to just take a break. I will be doing a actual compression test on the Tecumseh, see what that's at. The Kohler, that's not much gonna happen. Most likely, I'll end up taking the flywheel off, get some experience on drilling and tapping, and then pulling the clutch off. I think I need about a 7 or 8 inch gear puller. So I believe 1230 or 1. It's 1230. I had to look at my watch. By the way, I've had this Casio G-Shock for about 6 years. Only had to replace the band on it. And I almost destroyed it by putting it on I think a 150 watt light bulb incandescent to charge it. It basically bleached the whole thing out, but after it cooled down, it came back, and it these G-Shocks are pretty robust. I've banged that into quite a bit. I don't know, but this is just a speculation. I might be getting a mechanical pocket watch. There's a place downtown it's an antique store that the vendor actually has some pretty nice ones. The one I was looking at is less than $30. So it'd be nice to have one of those. I have that 800, 1800, 1880 train pocket watch on my nightstand. It's a crystal movement. I hardly ever use it, but the mechanical pocket watch I might use because, like, who knows? It might be a luxury. Who knows? That's for another day. So, yeah. This is already 13 minutes. I'm just rambling. I think I'm gonna just stick with my camera. It's a Canon PowerShot SX100 IS dual picture and video. Videos are right on it, but it'd be nice to have something that produces 180p or whatever. Oh, sorry about this ramble. I'm just tired and I just want to get this stuff off my chest. Because that Lauson is just, it'd be a nice engine to run. Keep in mind that valve issue has to be sorted out. That's probably the reason why it was sat up so long. Or actually, probably why, yeah. Valves look good, so I basically what I learned from that Lauson is how to lap valves, how to remove a flywheel, sort of, how to gap points, how to copper coat a head gasket, how to put the shrouding back on, how to replace an O-ring in a brass fuel valve. I'll probably just keep that. So basically, I learned quite a bit from working on that, or tinkering on that engine, even though that engine isn't working. First engine that I ever worked on was that wind power generator that had a bad ignition, not the right connection. The Tecumseh was my second engine. It was that basically I had to clean the carburetor. That was it. And also put new gaskets on. Yeah, Lauson was a very, very good experience. I'll just probably just put the last clip. If you want to see the other clips, I just putz around. I gap basically in the first couple clips. All I do is uh, gap the coil or show how I did it. Third or fourth, I copper coat the head gasket, then reinstall the tin, making somewhat of a hard try at it because I forgot. Put on the shroud, the front shroud, and the fuel tank bracket when I was putting the head on. So I had to take those head bolts out to put that on. Then the last one was just an update, and now you know why. Basically, the Lauson, I'm just gonna shelve it for a future project, and I'm gonna try and do some more research. Um, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Thought I'd do a quick update to finish out this video. This engine is now mounted on a stand. This is finally on there. This is mounted on a nice board. Simple cleats there and there. My friend Pat helped me make the board, mounted the engine. Basically all today. Just I need to put that on the other side. Two options. This pump, so I can actually pump real amount of water after checking into the pump, or put that clothes washer pump on. That engine is being a pain in the butt. Here's why. The exhaust, I can actually feel a lot more suction. Intake, it still doesn't want to. I have a feeling it's the valve clearance. I don't want to deal with that today. I took everything apart. I took this off, and yeah, I didn't want to, so I'm going to have to pull the head off, even though I copper coated it already. Take all this junk off. Yeah, it's going to be a big job. And then take care of the valves. But at least I have this engine working just fine. Runs just fine. Has plenty of compression. Probably next time I'll do a compression test. I'm gonna get a air filter for this, so I actually have one. So this can be ran in a dirty environment, if you know what I mean. I think what I'll do to finish out tonight is just take that clothes washer pump off, throw it on here, and next time I'm out here, when I'm out here, I'll take care of it. This is the original throttle cable. I like it right here. Much bigger board. This thing doesn't jump around. I still have to somewhat put my full weight on it because, of course, this is a 5 horse. Tank is fine. Did a little bit more carb adjust. He helped me with that. Runs fine. It has a muffler. Yeah, you can see it lined right here. And right here for the bolts. Double nutted. That's going nowhere. I don't know if I'm going to use this pump or use the clothes washer pump. With this, I could actually pump some real water and use it for transferring water too. So, yeah. I'll get that pump information, see if I can find any information on it. Yep, so this is about just gonna close out this video. I'm gonna stick that in the shed, just deal with it later because I don't want to deal with it right now. Yeah, this runs just fine, no knocking. So, yeah. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.